This tutorial is about naming simple ionic compounds. A simple ionic compound is when a metal forms a compound with a nonmetal. If you look at the periodic table, you'll remember that metals are mostly on this side here, and nonmetals are on this side of the periodic table. So I'm going to go through the steps and then we'll do a few examples. The first step is to find the name of the metal, which is always the first element in an ionic compound, and to write that name down. The second step is to find the name of the nonmetal and change the ending of the nonmetal to IDE. So for example, chlorine becomes chloride. So if we look at the periodic table, all the halogens in this column here end in INE, so they will all be changed to have an ending of IDE. Oxygen becomes oxide. Nitrogen becomes nitride. And if we look at the periodic table, sulfur becomes sulfide, phosphorus becomes phosphide, selenium becomes selenide, and some of the other ones we can talk about later on. So here's our formula of an ionic compound, and it's got two elements, and what we're going to do is write the name. So the first step is to find the name of the metal. So we look at the first symbol, Na. Look at our periodic table, find Na. It's right here. The name of that element is sodium. So we write sodium. Next, we look at the second element, Cl. Go to the periodic table, look for Cl. We know it's a nonmetal, so it's on the right-hand side. Cl is chlorine. So we change the ending, second step, to IDE. Sodium chloride is the proper name of this ionic compound, NaCl. So we'll do two more examples. CaO. So we look at Ca, go to periodic table, look for Ca. It's a metal, it's on the left side. Here it is. Calcium. Right, calcium. Second element is O, oxygen. So we write calcium oxide. Do one more example. BaI2. First element is Ba. Where's Ba? Over here, an alkali earth metal. Ba is barium. Second element is I. Now you notice it has a little 2 here. That's called a subscript, and we'll talk more about that later. I is iodine. That's a halogen. So we would write iodide, remembering to change the ending to IDE for the nonmetal portion. I'd like you to try the following skill testing questions to check your understanding, then show your answers to the teacher and pick up an assignment to complete.